Hey everyone, I'm NATO King, and we're back at the Bridge House for some more questing. And I might as well schmooze for a bit just to remind everyone what the Half-Lives are up to. Well, we've only got one new quest here, and the old one for slightly better rewards than last time, but I'm still not interested. Now there's a reward, another picture book page. And it's not just the reward, this may be the best quest in the game. Alright, well, let's find out what's going on. Yeah, he sure is hard to find. I hope you like riddles. Sure, we can do that. Although I really don't see what clue there is that it's not Jimmy. You know, the obvious answer? Anyway, we're back in the Endless Corridor, and I don't think anything has changed. It is, as far as I can tell, exactly as it was when I went through it for real. The only difference in this quest is what we find at the end of it. And yes, I know I missed a green ore back there. It's not like they're really hard to come by at this point. Just want to make sure I take out all the Berlachen that I need to, because at the end of this, I've got grinding to do, and the less of it that I have to do in specific areas, the better. Also, one more answerer, which I believe I need for a karma. And if I haven't miscounted, this should be the last one I need for Ludiag. Alright, now I got a 4-hit combo. And hey look, I didn't miss the green ore after all. I don't know why you all doubted me. And I just need to kill 10 of anything, and frankly that's probably better left for the grinding video at this point. I really don't know how much grinding there's gonna be. Oh well, I tried to make Thrumpin useful for something. And that should be a 3-hit combo for Answerer. Yep, now I gotta defeat 10 more of anything with it to get its last combo hit. Guess it's worth showing off the 3-hit though, anyway. Just for funsies. I mean, it's not great, but it's still the only slash attack I've got other than Ogma. And at this point, I really don't even see the point of sticking around to fight anything. As long as it's the same endless corridor I've seen before, the same path that I gotta follow. They've even got the Hobbitrot in here to show you the way, in case you've forgotten. I don't know why you'd forget. And Hobbitrot is not actually something that you can attack at this point. No, wait a second, a ruby? I needed one of those. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, Hinky Punk needed one more ruby to level up. So that's that karma taken care of. And just off to the right, the final room where Hobbitrot usually is. And this time it's completely empty. For once we've only got the entrance to the first landing where there was no portal. Just the door to the audience chamber. And for Darig! See, I told you it was Jimmy. It's always the most obvious answer. Sadly, I don't have any romantic music. Yep, the second quest to use that theme, and well deserved. Yeah, I guess I can't talk to the deer. And with that, I have had quite enough of getting picture book pages from quests. At least I hope I have. Now let's see what's in the picture book anyway. I guess it's just a bunch of Berlachen attacking a galley beggar. That tells me it probably is just weak to non-elemental attacks. And nothing new. Definitely don't want to do shield wall again. And we've just got one new DLC quest. Seems like there's just one for every chapter. And I don't know what I get for doing any of them a second time. And it sounds like it's an escort quest, but not exactly. It's kind of a race between two sides to find the nut first. And that's the real point of this quest. I mean, there are some protect missions, yes, but we're going to be fighting a lot of folks that don't belong in the Undersea City. And the objective is to just dodge all the Undersea City folks. Don't go for captures when you're surrounded, because that's pretty bad. I have no idea how those Anwen didn't hit me. but once you've defeated or captured all of the non-Undersea City folks in each room, then you'll be able to move on to the next room. And fortunately, this one also pretty much forces us to take the shortest route. Now that I look at it, I don't even see a barrier up ahead. Maybe I didn't need to capture these folks after all. Come on. Just barely got it in time. And the good news is, most of the folks in this room, other than the ones I need to kill, are just Juruku, so they're gonna sit underground and not take any damage. And hopefully not get in my way. It's also nice that fire works on everything here. Alright, let's move on. Yeah. As it turns out, I probably didn't even need to worry about all those folks. I could have just run past and gotten out of the room. This room is definitely blocked off, though. And now, it's an escort quest. Fortunately, these guys don't seem to do a whole lot of damage to Anwen. It's the joys of being second chapter folks attacking a third chapter folk, I suppose. And some first chapter folks. Now, from watching this fight, it seems to me that maybe Bugaboo takes a lot of, I guess, id damage from fire. But it takes attacks of a different element to actually kill it. Because I think they seem to go down pretty quickly from, physical attacks. And when there's just one left, of course, I can just go ahead and capture it. And once again, a quest takes a character to a place that he didn't actually go while he was exploring in this area. But fair enough. Although I guess it's not just one ephemeral tree nut every 200 years if it grows in two different places at the same time. And we even get a health fill up. I think it's trying to tell us something. And I also think that was Ellen's cabin. Okay, so I guess the first half of the quest was just kinda getting us used to the idea of there being Undersea City and non-Undersea City folks. And now we've got Pories and Afangs. Hope you learned to tell the difference. That's a Pori, and that's an Afang off to my right. It's pretty easy to tell based on the attacks that they use, but also the coloration is slightly different. It seems kind of contradictory, but I think Pories have more blue in them and Afangs have more green. But as it stands, that's a whole lot of attacking going on. Unfortunately, just hitting the Undersea City folks doesn't seem to constitute a failure. But still, I really ought to be doing some more careful aiming here. He's a folk that's only got one shot at a time. And hit all the wrong folks. Just can't get a good shot. All the Afangs are like standing in a circle around the ones I'm trying to shoot. I think Hawk is probably also a pretty good choice here. Well, the good news is that if I do accidentally draw out the red id from one of the Afangs, they take a much more complicated capture method, so all I'd have to do is wait until I get hit, and then I wouldn't risk failing the quest. It would be nice if the folks I'm supposed to not attack would stop attacking me, but it's never gonna happen. Ooh, got Kilmulas, I think. Might be a good time to start working on leveling up Thrumpin. Yeah, I'm just surrounded by too many enemies, and that's going to take too long. Let's see if I can separate them from the pack here. And again, Hawk might be nice to make sure that I'm not hitting anything other than what I'm aiming at, but Verlachen is so much stronger at this point, I think I have to go with that. And that's the sound of me having cleared the room. Alright! Should probably just keep a fire elemental folk on just in case, because it seems like there's a lot of red crystals here, and I'm going to need all the life drops I can get. At least I've got a funny feeling. See, here we have to deal with a couple of Auguski and an Ogma. 3 Auguski and an Ogma. Why not? And unfortunately, I don't have any bond attacks as Keats. I've just gotta beat it to death. And obviously capturing it isn't going to happen. Not with these guys shooting ice at me. And I guess I didn't need to worry too much about life drops if they're just going to give me a large one right at the end. Alright, so who is it that can see the ephemeral tree nut? So it's Barghest and a whole army of Bugaboo. I should have known. And I definitely want to have a spray of firepower here. But attempting to hold them all off at once is neither going to work, nor be very safe for the Anwen. I did kind of run right into that one. Alright, Anwen, just try to stay away from them, please. Or, alright, swim right in front of them, whatever. I realize concentrating on one of them would probably be a better strategy up front, but at least if I damage all of them enough, then they'll go down pretty quickly once they start. Alright, so I think that leaves me with just Barghest. And the good news is, we've got much better folks than we did the last time we had to fight a Barghest. I'd say Volcano works pretty well. I probably shouldn't have said that. I don't know, maybe Hinky Punk's attack would have been better, but I don't really have to do a whole lot with Volcano. Just stand at a distance, hold down the button, and go for the capture when I can. Well, guess I better follow it, but I got a funny feeling the quest is over at this point. Well, at least it's a decent quantity of a useless item. And the funny thing is, even though the nut only grows once every 200 years, we can repeat the quest. But nothing new. So that's it for quests for Keats in Chapter 4, and I'll see you guys next time for the grinding video.